Parabolas. The graph of a quadratic equation is a parabola. We like to write that equation y equals a times x minus h, the quantity squared, plus k. And this form is found by completing the square. Our vertex for the parabola is at hk. So here's our h inside with our x. It says negative h, but we really just use h. And outside says plus k, and we really do use k. A parabola is a U-shape type graph. And we have what we call a line of symmetry where x is equal to h, meaning that if we have our vertex, the point where the graph goes from a decreasing function to an increasing function, and we draw a line through that vertex, that is our line of symmetry, and the parabola will look the same on both sides of it. Now we can determine how wide this parabola is based off of the number, the coefficient out in front. If that number is between 0 and 1, and I'm talking about the absolute value because I don't care if it's negative or positive, it'll be wide. If it's positive without the absolute value bars, then I know that it goes up. If that coefficient out in front is greater than 1, then the parabola is relatively narrow. And the bigger the number, the more narrow the graph gets. If that a leading coefficient is less than 0, if it's negative, then I say the parabola opens down, meaning it goes upside down. The domain for this type of a function is all real numbers. You can put in any x value you want. Recall that with domain we saw how far the graph went to the left and how far to the right. And it goes all the way to the left. Even though it's going up, it's still continuing to grow. And it goes all the way to the right. So when you're talking about the range of this function, well, we have to determine if the parabola is going up or down. If it's going up because a leading coefficient, if it's going down because a leading coefficient is negative, then you'll start down here how low is negative infinity, and it will go up as high as that vertex, which has our k value for our range. But if it is going up, if it's a positive leading coefficient, then our range will be starting here at this k value and then continuing up forever.